Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 21, day 5. It is Friday, May 26, 2017. Hey, Jedi traders, as always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. To support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, Jedi traders, it is Friday, and weekend holiday approaching. We're here already. Volume quite low today. Let's take a look, quick recap here for today. AM session there again. Really got our lift up from yesterday. Lower time frames was the key today as volume was low, so a little bit of choppy action. Small pockets of trend up to the lunchtime hour, and that was it. I called it a day. And then market got a little pop here in the afternoon with the NQ, YM and ES pretty much closing out near the open. 6E was the story of the trend as it opened up there and trending down. Let's take a look. Good move of that 6E here. Price action. Again, here on the lower time frame on the left, higher time frame as, again, the chart. One simple strategy, any market, any chart, any time frame. There it is, Heiken Ashi bars trending downside underneath the 5144 cloud, represented here by the third horizontal bar. Everything in sync, and that's what you had. Throw on a T3 moving average, back to the old T3.5, T3.10. Just another internal to hold you in trend. Good indicator on the cross, and higher time frame downside, lower time frame downside. MMLs reaching all the way down, as we'll take a look here in a little bit. Nice move all the way down to the MML lows on the 60-minute chart. So nice trend managed down on the swing sizes. So there it was, 6E to the downside, and our second chart, crude. Nice move to the upside. Crossover, breakout above the cloud. There's your first highest probability setup. Even gets better as price action there on all three charts in the green puts you in. I don't know if you're able to hold on here trade management wise, but gave you another opportunity to ride it out the rest of the day. So there's your two strongest trends on today's market on lower volume on the indices. GDP up today, slight increase, revised Q1, and nothing really earth-shattering there. So we chop it out, grinding up on the NQ for today's session, Friday, May 26th. Let's jump into the market internals here. We can see the NQ. Taking a look at the volume profile. Again, not a lot of market action today after yesterday's. Got to go up and repair that single print there on the volume profile. 70% of today's range, very small there on the NQ. And ES falling inside yesterday's range. 70% of today's range right around yesterday's point of control. All right, daily gaps as I speak about each day. Boy, will I keep going on that one, so let's just jump right into it. All-time highs. YM struggling. TF Russell struggling sideways, but we have ourselves an open gap that we left here just on Thursday's open, but price action, you can see not much holding. NQ getting a little pop back up to that all-time high just up there, but keep in mind as we roll into next week, yeah, we got open gaps all the way down, but note the volume today here, not much on the ES here. Very small amount of volume, including the overnight as well. So keep in mind as we roll to next week, open gaps downside as well. I'll go over that in the weekend recap. NISSAD lines, again, very flat market here today. We can see the NQ on a 5-minute chart after the AM session coming down. A little pop back up and not much where to go. NISS nicely across the board. I'm not into watching paint dry and grass grow, so just pretty much left the PM session. Yeah, it was a nice small pop in the end, but I'm not going to sit here all day for that on a pre-holiday weekend. Let's jump right into the full chart here. NQ, again, dropping to the lower time frame. 6.3 Flex Renko, usually watching on a 10.7, but 6.3, again, 10.7 was actually less entries. We can see here, nice move upside. Highest probability setup. Highest probability setup, there it was in the PM session. Anything else? You had maybe some scalp entries either above or below the cloud. Long tails, not the kind of price action I was looking for. Take a look at the YM again, dropping to the lower time frame, 5-4. Yeah, a couple of pockets here. Looking for the highest probability entry. You would have gone with everything in the green. So there you go. You got a nice move. Actually, a nice move right on the open pre-market and market open. There you go. YM back upside. YM back upside. A couple of false entries here. Tough going. So if you're watching the MMLs, Globex high, 25-minute open range, might have kept you out of some of these, or you just said, hands off. I'm not going to play this, as market action in the PM session just chopped away. ES, again, small pockets here. Again, not a bad setup here about post 15 minutes of the market open. That's what I would have waited for. Long setup, solid hike and Ashi bar, tails up. That's the golden setup right there. Right above the cloud, and it's okay as long as you're above that 34 on a smaller time frame. Doesn't need to be in slope. At least it's above the cloud, and you got your 2 in the green. So that puts you in. Trade management, maybe add your stop at break even, you'd be just okay. Might have taken you out. Try to get back in, stop at the swing size low, would have taken you to the highs up here, and then eventually taken out. PM session, snoozer away. All right, we mentioned the crude and the 6E. I want to point out the 6E there on the market, as I mentioned, right down to the 60-minute reversal. Actually, I believe we dropped almost down to the 10 EMA. We'll take a look at that chart here in a moment. But again, here you go. Higher time frame trend is down. MML's down. You had that lower time frame. Yep, take a look at that. Lower time frame in sync with the bigger time frame. That was a set, down, mark, match, and you ride it all the way down on the HA bar. So great move downside on the 6E today. All right, there are the charts. Nothing much else to speak of. Let's jump right into, let's go right to the ES here. Again, MMLs here holding as we did all week up here, zone high, consolidation up here. Just a little bit above that 24.14 to hold and close out near the highs of the week. Open gaps downside still exist. 10 EMA, no pullback yet. Again, we'll go over these levels in the weekend recap. Market momentum held to the upside today on the ES. All right, let's point out that NQ. I went ahead and highlighted this for you just to indicate, as we have all week. All right, you got your 4-hour chart. All right, zone high, you got your open gaps. You know where the downside moving average is. You're ready every day for both directions. All right, so you start out the market momentum. What did we look like this morning? Let's go ahead and take a look at the big pick last night. Globex, zone high up here. Trend still in play. We're holding above the 54. Where's the momentum? That's right, it's to the upside. So what do we have upside here? 5,800, we're going to ring the bell, or else we're pulling back to 57.42 or down to the 10 EMA. All right, so there's your pre-market pick. All right, there's your pre-market pick, or I'm sorry, that's your Globex pick last night. Let's go ahead with the pre-market pick on the NQ. All right, there was your zone high, 5,800, but actually NQ 15 minutes prior had a reset. That's okay to have a reset. We know where the market trend is. Now, we're below the cloud, but we're above the T34. Looks like we're pulling back today. Hey, you never know where the market's going to go, so you're ready for the short at the market open. All right, so let's go ahead to the charts. We know what the market pre-market open is. All right, I do not believe, let's pull that up again, all right? Let me get the reset here. Okay, so 58.10.50. All right, so there we go. We had the same ML levels all day. We know that we're in an overall uptrend. We're holding above the T34. All right, that's her pre-market trend. The highest probability setup for you, as we could see, price action lifted here on Friday, a grind, a chop up. So go to the low time frame. All right, so again, are there any setups to the short? Well, we're taking a look here, pre-market, right? Price action, there it is. HA bars are sitting upside on the bigger time frame, so we're not ready to take the shorts. So where do we take the longs, and what are the highest probability setups? Right here in the shaded area. That's it. Take a look. Bigger picture, right? Bigger picture. Plus you got your 4-hour chart, right? Still holding upside. You got MML levels. We're not going down yet based on the fact that the higher time frame's upside. And so there you go. Solid body. Heiken Ashi bar. Break above the what? That's right. Break above the 51.44 cloud, represented by the green here. Highest probability steps. Don't worry about the scalps here. Sure, you could have scalped this. Looks like a great setup. Just go with the highest probability setup. I'm not talking about every setup in the market. I'm talking about you got a crossover of the moving average. You got solid Heiken Ashi bars upside. All right. Trade management takes you out here. Again, you could have taken the crossover here. That's fine and dandy. Taking the scalp downside. Just go with the highest probability setups and you won't have to worry about it. There you go. Second setup right here. All in the green, in sync with the higher time frame, above the cloud, above the T34. Just like we saw here, let's pull that chart up. Just like we saw here in the 6E to the downside, you take the NQ to the upside. Put it all together and you limit yourself in some probability setups that might not work out. Now, does every single setup work out? No, it doesn't. So you just take your risk. That's trading, guys. All right, let's take a look at the YM. Price action closing out zone high here. And we're pulling back here today as we finish out the week on the YM to the upside. Again, crude getting a nice move up here halfway. As we pull back, yep, looks like a downtrend. So we got a nice pullback here sitting above the cloud, but still sitting under the T34. So sometimes you can't get that match to be above the T34, but at least on the higher time frame, if you match it up today, there you go. Price action lifted above the cloud on the high time frame. Lower time frame, you got the move upside as we saw on this chart here on the crude. There it is. Holding upside, higher time frame to the side, to the upside. Beautiful, beautiful move. Strategy, very straight, simple, and forward. Let's take a look at the 6E chart. Again, we saw there it was, all the way down to that 10 EMA and that nice long trend downside. Whatever that is, shenanigans in the market trying to close out the session. All right, Jedi traders, that's it for the daily trend and key future indices as I watch them every day. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My pre-market trend every day posted 30 minutes prior to the market with those higher time frame, lower time frame charts to give you an idea of where we might be headed, both up and down. My trading mantra, as I showed you, one simple strategy, any chart, any market, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at TradingFibs and StockTwits, where I will leave the simple crystal ball to the experts and only watch what's in front of me and on my charts, and as always, leave my buys at the door when trading. Hey guys, to wrap up week 21 here, if anybody's interested in joining us, like-minded traders seeking those highest probability setups, feel free to email me, David at tradingfibs.com. You can join me on any Thursday or Friday in the live trading room to see it as it rolls out in action instead of waiting for that tweet out to say we have a long or short setup in play. If you're interested in the Murray math levels and applying it to your strategies, check out my YouTube video here. Murray math levels and Heikin-Ashi bars, 30-minute step-by-step and explanation of that. As well as a shout out to Infinity Futures as we roll closer to the upcoming live trading challenge, June 14th through June 20th. 2 webinars to choose from, June 5th through June 8th with Jim Cagnina. There it is, cash prizes, especially if you're on Infinity Futures, not a bad deal. And there it is, trend trading webinar right here with myself, May 30th to June 1st. As you scroll down, there's more of the breakdown as we'll be going through a trading plan hosted in the afternoon after the markets are closed. Attend 1, 2, 3, all sessions plus week 2 of Jim Cagnina's and get you prepared for that live trading room or that simulated challenge. And then we could talk about what does it take to be a full-time trader. All right, so looking forward to that. If you want more information, you can always email me or just go here to livetradingchallenge.com. Hey guys, it is Memorial Day weekend. Markets will be closed on Monday. Salute all our fallen soldiers and those who are currently serving. So thank you, and to those who have fallen, we keep you in our memories. Until next week, guys, big week next week. We'll talk about that in our weekend recap. Make sure to check out my weekend recap and my technical momentum outlook, which would be posted here in the next 24 to 48 hours. Until then, I believe we've covered it all charts. Have yourselves a good day. Have yourselves a good night. Good trading to ya. David at tradingfibs.com, wishing you all a great weekend.